Good evening, everybody. So, I'm going to tell you about my day and what amazing woman I just met today. Now, I brought flowers because to me, how do I light out? She looks a lot like dandelions. She was as happy. You know how this is glowing right now? She was just a vibrant. She was very vibrant. She was very fun. She was very poised as a woman, which I admire. Oh, that was a butterfly. A butterfly just passed from my window. Okay, so the woman I just met, she was such an amazing person. So let me paint the scenario. You're sitting here, you're waiting on your bus because you finished your exam for some useless background information because I like to talk a lot. I had I had geography and religion exam. So yeah, so you're waiting for your bus, you're sitting dainty, maybe dainty, with your bag at hand, you're sitting and then there comes a group of boys, you chat with them for a bit, they do the thing. Some boys sit next to you and then they leave, sit next to you and then they leave, all of that. Beautiful, fine, fine, fine. Now I can see, oh, it's still glowing. Look at it. But anyways, after that, an older woman comes up to you. You're like, wow, she's very beautiful. She has like this necklace, but it's like a bird necklace, and then she has another necklace over it. It was like two necklaces, so superb, very beautiful. Okay, and then she, comes sit next to you because you're waiting at the bus stop. She sits next to you. Like this tool, and you're in a side glancing at her because you're like, wow, she's beautiful. I mean, she's amazing. She's like, wow, crazy. Side glancing, side glancing, side glancing. So after a while, she, starts talking to you. She's like, hello, because it's a Dutch woman. I was like, hi, hello, Casmail. Is everything okay with you? How are you doing? She was like, yeah, I'm doing super, super great. I'm like, oh, that's good to hear. And I know it goes quiet for a few minutes, and I kind of glanced at her because she was like, she's like the type of woman when you see her, she radiates not only confidence, she radiates, security, that she's secure. Um, okay, it was just so. Ooh, I don't like it. I like prefer this, like around 45. Anyways, it doesn't matter for now. So she sits next to you, you have a small talk, it goes quiet for a while, a bit awkward. Not awkward, but it's like comfortable silence. So she starts talking again. She's like, how is everything going with you and all that? I'm like answering, and my brain starts tingling. I don't know how to explain it, but like whenever some I'm coming. I'm back. Okay, so the lady, she was super nice. She started talking to me. She was like, "How are you doing?" All of that, blah blah blah. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing good." Wait, I need to put it back to 42. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing good. Everything is going fine. All of that, like, it feels like, oh, that's so good to hear. Like, then she was like, "Yeah, you're so beautiful." I was like, like how it feels when someone you admire a lot says that you are beautiful and it feels so amazing. That was my feeling at the time. I was like, you look like flowers and sunshine and you're telling me I'm beautiful? Hold it. Hold it, okay? And I'm like, hey, how old are we do conversations going, and I think I already said this before. She tells me like, yeah, she's 95, and I'm like, whoa, 90 in your 90s, Miss Miss Ma'am, you're in your 90s, because she looked so young, and all that. I was like, 95 and you look like fresh wine. Like, you did not even age a bit. Like, she had such beautiful skin, such beautiful laugh. She was optimistic. I was like, girl, you need to tell me the secret because I'm about to live to 92, even to 120. Okay, period. So she tells me, yeah, I'm just very, very optimistic about life. I'm like, optimism. Optimism, optimism, optimism. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's a good secret. Thank you so much. Like, I'm gonna live to 100 too. I'm gonna be optimistic. Her outfit was very beautiful, although it was like plain. It was still chic. She had these very beautiful shoes, and I was like gawking at it because I was like, ma'am, the shoes, 8. the necklace, the bird necklace, 8. Period. It was like a bird with like its wings open and was about to fly. Fly, little birdie, fly. It was so beautiful. It was so very beautiful. I was like, I have to be like her. Like, I need to position my life to be like her. Okay. And she starts talking about everything. She starts talking about how she's in a social house, which is like a house for older people. And she doesn't even have dementia. She doesn't have dementia, health issues. She can walk properly. Like, I'm not saying like crutches, all that. She can walk fine. She's a baddie. Like, she ate it all up. Okay, she took him all for her team. Okay, it was so beautiful to see. But let me not get ahead. Let me not run faster than my shadows. I just keep talking to her. She starts telling me how she does things with flowers, where she basically lets them dry out like this, and after they dry, she turns them into a flower bouquet. And according to her, the flowers smell better when dry. Like, the smell is much more. I'm sick. I'm a little bit sick right now, so I cannot smell the best. But like, a scent of it, the scent of it is so refreshing. I was like, okay, I need to try it too. Like, I was like asking her, like, can you like tell me the official name of it? Like when you have like flower beading, where you like make flower beads, they can not turn, but like replicate beads, but then turn it into flowers. With copper and all of these wires and all of that. And I was like, do you have a name for it? And she was like, no, it's just something I've always done. I was like, oh, we have an original. Not only are you original with your shoes, your makeup, she didn't even have makeup on. And she was so superb. She was so beautiful. She was original with her shoes. She was original with everything in life, basically. It was just so original, which I was like, ma'am, you need to teach me how to do that too, because I'm about to pull up his footsteps. And she generally resembles a lot like my mom, because my mom is also like that. I'm talking too quick. She also resembles my mom, because my mom's like that, and I want to be like my mom, and I want to be like her, because they're just so beautiful. They're so superb. Okay. Anyways, we can start talking. She starts talking about her marriages, all of that. She starts talking about the things that she does on a daily. Because I asked her, like, wait, then what do you do on your day? Like, what do you do on a day-to-day basis? She's like, yeah, I make the flower things I just told you about. And all of that. I was like, oh, wow. Not only poised, elegant, smart. And she used to also have a bakery, which I was like, ma'am, slap me a cake. Slap me a cake, okay? I would like to eat a cake. Give me some. I will take it. I will take it. I will take your cake. I will take the cake. Okay, so I was like, the cake, delicious. Delicious. B to the LEUS. Did that make sense? Yeah. I'm not gonna spell out delicious right now. Over it. Oh, I need to do this always. Like, sunshine. She was like a sunshine. Sunshine and rainbows. It's like a little wiggle. Sunshine and rainbows. Okay, so the miss, and like every time she was talking to me, my brain is tingling right now thinking of her. My brain was tingling a lot. It was like, ooh. I was like, hey man, what are you even here for? Like, wow, you don't look a day over 70, all of that. She was like, yeah, every time I go to like a new doctor, they're always like shocked that I'm 95, because like it's super crazy. But now thinking about it, she experienced probably World War One, World War Two, the Vietnamese, no, not the Vietnamese War, the war of the psychological war. There was like the war between America and Vietnam. I could call it the American War, but I'm not biased. So the psychological war. Not only that, she also witnessed the war that happened. A lot of wars. Russia, Ukraine. She experienced all of it. It's super duper crazy, So yeah, and then after that, we keep talking, and she started telling me about the videos that she watches at home. Like, First, you talk to me about your age and your secrets, your beauty secrets, family tradition beauty secrets. And now you're telling me, you're telling me everything about you. I'm like, come here to me, baby. I like it. Okay? Not like that. Please, calm down. It's okay. Sit down. It's okay. Sit down. Anyways, so she tells me about she tells me about her day-to-day life and her marriages and all that. And she tells me about her kid. I'm like, hey mom, what are you waiting here for? And she was like, yeah, I'm waiting for my daughter. I'm like, daughter. And then before that, she was also telling me about like how she has like a fourth generation great grandchild. You have her, the mother. They have her sons and daughters, okay, children. They have her sons and daughters, daughters and sons, great grandchildren. They have the sons and daughters of the sons and daughters of the sons and daughters, great grandchildren. Like you have her, one child, okay, children of the children, children of the children's children. It is so crazy. I was like, whoa, man, that is such amazing. Like it's something I want to accomplish in my life because it's like wow, miss Ravi. I see you there. I see. But anyways, these are the flowers. But I'm still talking, so it's not done. It's not done. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry, big brother. Anyways, so she starts talking about everything that she does. She starts talking about her life and all of that. And I was like, oh, you're interested. And like whenever she talks, I like get this tingle in my brain. Anyways, let's go to her daughters and son. So she was telling me about her daughters, about how her daughters is in her 70s, early 70s. I'm like, 70s. 70s. Yes, her early sons and daughters are in their 70s, which is insane. I was like, and then that daughter came because that daughter went out to buy some food for her, for herself while her mother was waiting. And that's when her mother saw me and started talking about her businesses. I was like, I like it. Okay. So then after that, the daughter came, like I said, and we started talking and she started talking about her life and all of that. And I was like, my brain is still tingling because it's like, it was magical. It was just, you guys had to be there. It was so magical. Magic. No, I don't like the song. Anyways, it was very beautiful. It was a beautiful moment for everybody, not only me. It was just, and she also called me beautiful. And you know how it feels, like I said earlier, how it feels to get called beautiful by someone you find very amazing and beautiful. It just boosts your ego. It boosts the ego up. It boosts it so high up. Okay? High up. Okay? Anyways, um, yeah, we were talking and the daughter came like I'm not gonna repeat like I just said every single time. I need to vary it with my words. The daughter came. That's another filler word. The daughter came. We started talking. She started talking about her life, about how she was a bit worried that her mother was getting kidnapped. I was like, how? Why? Huh? Are you worrying that your mom is gonna get kidnapped? I mean, look at her. She's superb. She's beautiful. She's elegant, and she's old. Like she really old. She's in her 90s. Like baby boo. Ain't nobody gonna try to steal her. She's classic. She's the classy of the classy of the classiest. Mwah. Okay, so I was like, no one's really gonna try and steal her. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure of it. I don't like to fight. I don't fight. God fights for me. I never fight. Anyways, so the daughter, she was telling me about how she was worried her mom was gonna get kidnapped. I was like, oh girl, don't worry. I'm here. I'm here. So after that after all that ordeal, not ordeal, because it sounds bad when I say ordeal, I believe, after the situation that happened, she was then telling me about how her and her husband watched, a documentary or like a film where the woman was also telling me about that earlier. When the daughter came and said, she was worried her mom was gonna get kidnapped, because I've seen documentaries and videos and movies, Netflix film of women getting abducted and then sold into very unfortunate situations. The situation in South Africa with children and young women getting. So yeah, I was like, oh, that's graphic. That's very graphic. It's a very sad topic, but it is the truth in life. It is something that happens. It's the reality of some people, and it's not something that we should ignore. But it's also not something that we should, I will not say not focus heavily on. There's a specific word I'm looking for, but I'm not finding it yet, so I'm just gonna shut up. So it was, the mood went a little bit down from there. I was like, okay, yeah, if we're getting to real life stuff, mature, you know? And yeah, okay, so she then, she was then talking about it, and then the daughter came and she was like, not, the daughter came in the conversation, told me how her and her husband were also watching similar stuff and, getting the reality check and all of that, which is very, very useful in a lot of situations. That's all. And she then started talking about how her mother and the daughter got into a, I think it was Labello or Labelle. It was like this it's like this older people's shop. I want to shop there. Like, if you know me and you know old people's clothing, these are really good quality because old people do not play about what they wear, okay? And I was like saying that, and I'm like, not literally, but I was like, yeah, definitely, and she was like, yeah, me, my mom, and my daughter, we, my husband sent a photo of us three, and, we got posted into the Labello campaign. I was like, ma'am, ma'am. I was super duper proud of them. And I was like, you're living my dream life. You're living my dream life. You're living the things I want to do. I'm like, wow. Wow. Okay, that's super good. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. So yeah, I say all of that, and I'm like, wow, and I think it's the end of it. But no, apparently she won it twice. Once when she was 60, and then the other, mind you, the daughter of the daughter is around 40s, like mid 40s, 45, 46-ish, okay? Let's say 46 or 45, okay? This daughter looks very, very young. She shows me a photo to, give me an example. She looks very, very young. And apparently, the 95-year-old woman won her first Labello campaign when she was only in her 60s, so 30 years ago. Girl was eating and kicking and doing all that. Zip, zip, zip. Okay? Really cute. And then her second campaign, I don't know when, she did not state this specifically, but she also won again. And yeah, she also got into, I believe, another magazine. Oh yeah, she also got into her Social Houses magazine, where they have a magazine for like the best backyard. She has very, like I told you earlier, I said I wasn't gonna say that. Like I was saying previously, she has a very beautiful backyard. She does flower, let it dry out, and then make bouquets out of it. I kind of also do it, but it's different. It's very different. Very. So yeah. So that part is that I might show you, but I'm using the petals to make perfume, so it might not be as beautiful as you might expect. So. Okay, next part. So, she tells me about her campaigns. I'm like, wow, man. Not only, I like literally say this almost verbatim. not only are you like 90, I'm 90. She corrects me. She's like, I'm 95. I'm like, 95, ma'am. 95. Girl, you're almost a centurion. Centurion. 5 more years, girl. I'll be there at your 100th birthday. Don't worry, babes. I'll be there. I'll be there. Okay, then secondly, not only are you 90 in like 95, you also have like my dream garden. Not only a garden, a backyard, and it's a rat and a front yard. In a social house. It's so amazing. I was like, man, you need to tell me your secret. I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. It was so amazing. Oh my days, goodness, love. Wait a second. He's not coming to my room. So, anyways, and then we go. But she's about to leave because they were like, yeah, the daughter wanted to eat her hot dogs in the car, and I was like, okay, yeah, you can go, you can go, you can go. And then before they were leaving, I was like, man, wait a second. I've been eyeing that shoe. Sorry, my brother wanted to know how my day went, so I had to tell him a little bit about it. Okay,